Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the 20 Somethings podcast. I'm your host, Amber Martinez, and today we are going to be covering the 20 something starter pack. So, I'm going to be mentioning all the fun, crazy, and real essentials that we all use, or essentials that honestly we all have in common. And let's go. Item number one. So, this item is very crucial when you're in your 20s because I feel that almost every 20-year-old has it. This is a caffeine addiction, okay? It can be an iced coffee and it can be an energy drink. It could be literally whatever that has caffeine in it. But let me tell you, whenever I go to my lectures or my classes, there is normally probably about maybe like 5 to 7 students that have energy drinks or coffee or some sort of caffeine. It's actually insane. I don't know if it's just, because we're just so busy and we're so tired, or I don't know, but I feel like I also always see a lot of coffee stuff on my For You page, like on TikTok and stuff. There's always iced coffee, there's always energy drinks. Like, it is just like a norm now, which I think is honestly kind of insane, but a little too real. I know, like, for myself, I have a huge caffeine addiction. It kinda started, like, maybe 3 years ago, like, when I started to get more serious into the gym. Um, but I'm a huge, like, iced coffee lover. I love me some Dutch Bros, some Starbucks, but I also love energy drinks. I'm at the point, though, to where it's like caffeine honestly doesn't really do much for me. Like, I kinda just drink it just to drink it. Like, I love to just have a little drink with me. It can be obviously, like, water, but, like, I just feel like it's boring. Lately, I've been really into, like, hydration and stuff, so I've been drinking a lot of, like, liquid IVs almost every single day. But I probably have, let's see, almost, like, some sort of caffeine, whether it's coffee or an energy drink, at least once a day. Like, it's just like a norm now, and it's just something that I need, which sounds really bad, but it's okay. It's just caffeine, you know? But yeah, that's something that I see so many people have. It's actually a little insane. Item number 2. So this is the I'll figure it out planner. This is a planner that you take notes on, and it can be on your notes app. It can be maybe like a little sticky note, or if you have a notebook for like school or any of that. And you just like write things on this note. Like, I don't know about you guys, but at least for like me, my notes app on my phone goes crazy. Like, it's actually insane, okay? Like, if you click on a note, you can just see the most craziest things. Like, I can have a list for groceries, right? And it'll just have, like, bread, apples, like, normal groceries, and then, like, right underneath that, it'll have a date and a time. Or, like, I just put my notes on there, and it's like, for what? Like, I know that I'm never gonna look back on there. Like, I don't know, it's just, like, it's really unorganized, which is so weird because I'm a very organized person. Like, I'm huge on organization, especially when it comes to, like, serious things. I guess, like, it's just like, a habit now. Like, if I'm on the phone and somebody's like, "Oh, um, call me back at this," like, I don't know, it's just like a thing that I do, and I noticed that my friends also do that. So that's also a huge item and contribution that we can put into this podcast because it's real, it's relatable, and it's something that so many people do. Item number 3. So this is the side hustle era. I don't know about you guys, but my closet is filled with clothes. Like, I have so much clothes, I have so much shoes. I was so like, I just have a lot of stuff. And I have, like, some sort of, like, attachment, I guess you could say, with my clothes. Like, I just don't wanna throw it away. And, I'll force myself sometimes when it gets to the point to where, if I run out of hangers or stuff, I'll go and get some clothes that I don't use anymore, I just don't wear, and I'll go to, like, a Plato's Closet or something, and, they'll take so what the thing with Plato's is they have to look at every single, shirt or item that you bring in, right? And they're very, like, strict about their clothes, like, they won't just take anything, you know? So, they'll pick the clothes that they want. Normally, it just, like, depends on, like, if it's trendy or if it's in style or even, like, the season, you know? So, like, if you're bringing a hoodie and, like, it's summer, they're gonna be like, pass." So, anyways, they're just very strict with it, right? And you can bring in good brands, like, I know I've seen, like, Lululemon there, they take, like, Gymshark, they take anything, like, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Anyways, so, you know, I'll take in my clothes that obviously are in good condition that I think they will take, right? And I'm like, "Ooh," like, let's say maybe I'll get 40 bucks off of it, you know, I'll put in some American Eagle jeans, I'll put in some Zara tops, like, things like that, right? And I'm like, "Oh, yes, yes, yes," like, I'm gonna get money, and then I get, like, 10 bucks. And I'm like, "Girl, like, I gave you some good quality stuff." Either way, it's things like that. That's like a side hustle, you know, like, "Okay, 10 bucks, whatever, I'll take it, it's better than nothing." We're in college, and I feel like we're at the point to where everything is just so expensive, and it costs money for everything, like, it's actually insane. But yeah, so I'm like, "Okay, they're gonna give me $10, like, I'll take that. $10 is better than nothing," you know, or at least for me, I'll try to do side gigs, like, I'll babysit my baby sister, she's 1, so if I have time, you know, on the weekends or during the week, I'll take time out of my day and I'll watch her for a little bit, and I'm like, "Alright, anything for a little bit of cash," you know, we're in college. I can use that money to, I don't know, go get a meal, go get a coffee, go get an energy drink, like, things like that, you know? Item number 4. So this is the group chat that always plans trips. It can be trips in the summer, trips, um, in the winter, like, whatever, just trips, and it never makes it out the group chat, okay? I don't know about you guys, but I have so many group chats like that. I'll insert them here, but I have so many group chats where we're like, "Okay, guys, like, this is the summer, like, we're gonna go to Cancun, we're gonna," and we just never end up going. We get prices and whatever, and we just never end up going. There was a case where me and one of my best friends got put into a group chat, and we were like, "Okay, like, we're actually gonna go this time," like, I think it was for spring break or something, we're like, "We're gonna go." And we planned on going, I think it was, like, to Cancun, somewhere, I think it was Cancun, I don't remember. And basically, they were like, "Okay, yeah, like, we're gonna go, these are," they gave us, like, the prices, it was, like, an all-inclusive resort, whatever. And I was like, "Okay, okay, yeah," like, well, the time was getting closer, and they're like, "Okay, guys, like, we're gonna buy it." So the thing with that is you had to pay, like, I don't even remember how much it was, but it was a lot, and they were like, we have to, all pay it, like, in one, like, you have to purchase it, like, now." And we were like, What?" So we had to literally purchase the entire thing, and me and my friend were like, "I don't know, like, should we go? Like, we have to pay rent, like, you know, we have our other bills that we have to pay, and, like, yeah, it's all inclusive, but, like, right now, like, we just couldn't do it." So we backed out, but our other friends actually went. But before that, like, there has been so many group chats that we have, like, planned to go on a trip, like, "Let's go to Florida, let's go to New York," like, and it's just like the day of, and when you're planning it, it sounds so fun, but it's like when you have to actually pay for it, you're like, "Okay, wait, what?" Like, and it just never happens, like, I don't know, I just think that's also something that's so normal, cause like, as teens, oh my gosh, as, like, in your 20s, you're so focused on school, but then you also kind of wanna go out and things like that, and this is actually leading into a whole different thing, but, you know, besides the point, I have been in so many group chats that are like that, it's crazy. Item number 5. So this is the time whenever you just feel like your life is falling apart. I guess kind of like, a midlife crisis, if you will. I get these honestly probably like once every week. Like, I will just have the craziest day, or I am just like so tired from school, from homework to work to family stuff to friend stuff to relationship stuff. Like, it's just one of those days where you feel like everything is just, like, falling apart and everything is just piling up on you, and I feel like in your 20s, you're kind of at an awkward stage in your life to where it's like, "Okay, what's is this gonna work out? Is this not gonna work out? Is this like," you're just kind of, like, stuck in the middle, and I feel like you're also in that stage to where you're becoming an adult, so it's hard to, like, know if you're making the right choice, if you're making the right decision, like, you just have so much going through your head, because 'cause you're going through a lot, but then you also have the other stuff that I mentioned, like work, like school, like your family, like your friends, like, and then you're gonna like, okay, at least for, like, me from, like, my own personal experience, I struggle a lot with time management, like, I just feel like I am, like, all over the place. I work, I go to school, I am about to graduate, and I feel like that is super exciting, but it's also it's also super stressful because, you have to start applying for jobs and am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? You're stressing about getting a job, you're stressing about your career, you're stressing about, like, so many other things all at once that it's like there's days where I literally feel like my head is just gonna, like, explode. But yeah, so this is basically just like a midlife crisis thing to where you're just like, what is going on with my life? It's like those moments where you're just like listening to music, laying on your bed, staring at the ceiling, and you're like, normally this happens to me like at the end of my days, like, if I've had just, like, a really crazy day and I'm like, "Oh my god, I have homework due tonight. Oh my god, I have to eat dinner. Oh my god, I have to do laundry. Oh my god, I have to wash the dishes, and then I have to shower," and then it's just, like, one of those days, but, I would say, yeah, this happens to me probably, like, once a week, and I think being in your 20s, it's something that is, like, super normal just because, like I mentioned, we're at that stage to where it's like, you have so much going on that it's just like, whoa. Okay, the next item is item number 6. So this item I think is also a very crucial item that is super normal while you're in your 20s, and that is being stuck between trying to save money, but also trying to create memories and live your life. As a 22-year-old, I think I face these problems almost every single day. I'm not really a going out person. I would say now I'm kind of more of a homebody just because during the week I'm like go, 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 go. But there is times like, on the weekends where it's like, okay, I want to go out with my friends. I want to have a drink, I want to go out to eat. And then I'm like, wait, let me look at my bank account. But at the same time, I'm very stuck in like, I would say I'm kind of like in the middle, like I am trying to stay a little bit more um I guess financial. And I think as I get older, I'm more like, okay, we have to put money in our savings. We have to look at our account, okay, how much money am I going to spend a month on my bills or on rent or on like things like that? And then I'm like, okay, then I can set, maybe 100 if I want to go shopping. And I feel like too, it's hard for a girl because it's like, at least for me, I'm a huge girly girl. I love to get my nails done. I have to get my eyebrows waxed. I have to get my hair done. Like I mentioned earlier, like I love iced coffee. Iced coffee is probably like, it depends where you get it from and what you get, but, like, normally probably, like, $8, maybe, if not that, like, more. But then again, it depends on, like, what you get, right? But yeah, so, like, it's just, like, everything it's just I'm just constantly stuck in the middle, There's times where I'm like, "Okay, I'll just make coffee at home so I can save," but it's like, the coffee I make at home is just not that good, like, you know, it's just like you're just stuck in the middle, and like I said earlier, when you're in your 20s, you're just caught in the middle between, "Okay, I'm 20, I need to be making those memories," and, I feel like in your 20s, a lot of people say your 20s are supposed to be fun, and that's how you grow, and that's how you learn, and I 100% agree because I'm 22. I feel like I'm, like, 40, though, because I'm in bed by, like, 10. I wake up at, like Depending on the day, I wake up at, like, 8 maybe, which isn't that bad, but it's like, I just like to stay home. I don't really like to go out a lot, but when I do, like, I go out, you know? Um, Honestly, I think that it just depends, but, being in your 20s is just such an awkward stage that you're just like, "Wait, okay, should I do it for the memories or should I do it for my future?" I feel like it's kinda something like that, but also, in your 20s, at least, like, my parents were like, "When I was 20, I would do this," and, like, they have such crazy stories, and I'm like, "Girl, I don't do all that, like, I'm in bed by 10." But it's like, you wanna have these fun memories with your friends, you wanna create um, these memories and you wanna tell your friends about later, your family, if you have kids eventually, like, it's a point in your life that you wanna look forward to, so I think it's like, should I make the best out of it or should I save for my future? Or, like, whatever the case may be. So that's something too that I really struggle with, at least, like, now. Like, lately I've been doing pretty good on, like, saving, but today, oh my gosh. I was, like, bed rotting all day. Today's a Sunday, okay? I was bed rotting. Have not left my house all day, and, I was just so bored, like, I was in my bed, like, switching from, like, my left side of my back to the right side of my back, like, I was just so bored, and I was on TikTok Shop, and I was looking at, like, my cart on the top, and I was like, "God," like and I was like, "Well, let me see how much my cart is," right? And I'm like, "Okay," and I was like, "Well, honestly, like, I haven't gone shopping in forever." And I was like, "I don't wanna go shopping right now," but I was like, "I'm bored." So, I literally just started adding things to my cart on TikTok Shop, and I was like, "Oh my gosh." And then I looked at, like, the total, and it was like I forgot how much. I don't wanna remember how much, but I forgot. And I was like, "You know what? Like, it's fine." And then, like, later on, I was scrolling on TikTok, and I saw this girl's, TikTok, her video, and she was like, "We don't work 5 days a week just to, like, save and save and save," and she was like, "We need to spoil ourselves sometimes," and I was like, "You know what, girl? Like, you're right," and, like, so now I don't feel as guilty about my purchase, but it was just like "Okay, I needed to see that." Um and who knows, maybe it's just 'cause, like, I'm a girl, but yeah, so that's kind of like, another crucial role in your 20s that I think a lot of people face because, especially now in the economy, things are expensive and most of us are college students. We're still, paying for tuition or we're paying for our rent in our apartments, and then we have groceries, and then we have our car payments, and then, like, it's just, like, everything just kind of all adds up at once, but that's definitely a huge role I think that plays in our 20s, and it's something that is very normal and relatable. Alright, and that is it. We have completed the 20-something starter pack. I wanna thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you next week. Bye.